Hello, I'm going to do a manifesting video, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. And I'm going to pick some oracle cards and a crystal card kind of to see what energies are around or what you may need to manifest, and then get some tarot, and then get a little clearer picture, maybe things you have to work on or things that maybe you want to manifest in. Like I said before, if you want to get your own deck, what I do, I'll tell you what my routine is that I sit down every morning and I write on a piece of paper and I write down everything, like 5 or 6 items that I want to manifest, that energy that I want to be in, those things that I want to accomplish, those things that I want to do. And then I close my eyes and I see myself achieving those goals and being in those goals or being in that energy. And then what I do is I take a tarot deck and then I just pull a few cards, and those cards represent those feelings, those things that I want to manifest, and I see what the cards have to say. So it's kind of a fun thing that I do, if you want to get your own deck, and that if you want to do something like that, just to keep you in that energy. We all have those days where we struggle and we feel like we're like, oh, I just don't want to do anything, things aren't happening, and we get frustrated. But doing that and making that a routine helps you to stay in that energy, helps you to stay in that, okay, I have these goals, these are the things that I want to have happen, I need to stay in this energy, I need to keep in this energy to make these things happen. And that's why I kind of do these manifesting videos, is to keep you in that energy, to keep pushing forward, to help you to manifest those things that you want. And some of these videos may help you to stay in that energy, and it might be one that you save and you go back to, and when you're feeling frustrated, that you look into it and you listen to it again and you feel, okay, yep, I've got myself back on track. Or if you don't want to get your own cards, make a little album of some videos, whether it's my channel or other channels or whatever, kind of having that folder, and when you're feeling frustrated, to listen to those videos again, if those help you to stay in that positive energy. All right, so this card came out. That's a really pretty stone. I bet it's like moonstone. It is. I was right. Moonstone. Nurturing, divine feminine, intuitive. Drawing power from the divine feminine, Moonstone connects you to goddess energy, activating your intuition. Moonstone can boost clairvoyant gifts and metaphysical powers, asking that you trust in the unknown, beyond what you can see in this realm. The reflective nature of the crystal is much like the moon phases themselves, a cycle of change from new beginnings to full release. Moonstone balances masculine energy with the feminine touch, teaching the art of receptivity and serendipity. It is especially potent during the waxing moon, Cancer, Libra, Scorpio moon. All right? Being more in touch with yourself, being more in touch with that inner feeling, okay, that inner energy, guiding you in the direction. All right, so we have these 2 cards that came over. These are the Whispers of Healing. We have choice. You have a choice. You always have a choice. Choice in directions, choice in what you want to do, choices in what are those things that you want to do to move towards your goals, or do you want to stay where you are? You have that choice, okay? Learning. Love it. Learning, like the Moonstone card crystal says, is to become more in touch with yourself, activating your intuition. learning new ways, just like I was saying, is that if you have that, say, that file or those folder where you have those videos or those pictures that are put aside for you to go to when you're feeling frustrated, and to re-listen to those to get yourself back on track. You know, learning to have those tools so that when you're struggling and when you're finding that you're losing that energy, having those tools to rely on those to get you back on track, to make you feel, you know, even if it doesn't make you feel 100%, but you feel like, okay, yeah, today is going to be a little bit of a struggle day, but I'm still in that positive energy. I'm not going to go to the side where I'm going, you know, completely negative and being frustrated. And I think that's really important, because it's easy to go into the negative. Watch and wait. So it could be, I feel like maybe this is manifesting those tools that can come into you, those ideas, those things that can help you when you're struggling. You know, being open to those ideas, being open to those things, manifesting those ideas that will help you when you're struggling. All right, trust in divine detours. Okay, like I said, not being frustrated that maybe things didn't happen the way that you wanted to, but they really are leading you to a better path, to learning, to having other choices. All right, so let's get some tarot, see what's going on here. We have Six of Cups. Learning again, like the little boy here, and then we have the kids here, learning to get back into that happy place, learning to get into that less stressful place. You know, when we're younger and when we're kids, we don't have this mountain of things that we have to deal with, and these worries and these stresses, and anything that you can do to relieve that, to get you to be on that lighter side, okay, to do those things. Maybe there's something that you used to like to do, that you used to have fun with. And maybe it's getting back to that, you know, getting back to those things that you used to do when you were a kid, and being in that energy of, even if it's just a few hours, like say you like to play golf, or you like to play basketball, or you like to go fishing, you know, just doing those things for a few hours to reset your mind, to feel. That's another tool that you can have, okay, that you can use when you're feeling frustrated. And you're like, you know what, I think I'm just going to go fishing, or I'm going to go walk along the beach, or I'm going to, you know, maybe you used to have a garden and gardening or flowers, and that made you happy, and it just made you think about that versus everything else that is piled on, and it helps you to release and to let go and just be in that moment. Eight of Wands, moving forward, okay, pushing yourself forward. I feel like, you know, if you're feeling like you're stuck, it's like the energy, the signs are trying to push you forward, that yes, you can evolve, you can become, you know, stronger. We have the Knight of Cups. Maybe it's reaching out to somebody from your past, or maybe somebody from your past reaches out to you and catches you by surprise, okay? Maybe there's somebody that you were thinking about, or maybe there's somebody that you weren't even thinking about, and they reach out to you and they catch you by surprise, and you have the choice either to move forward with that or not. Maybe it's something that starts a new relationship that you weren't even, you know, expecting. Maybe it was somebody that you had a relationship with in the past, and this time around you guys are able to learn. Or maybe it's a current relationship where you're like getting back to where times were lighter, times were happier, times were fun, and then maybe it's about learning and making that choice to get back into that energy, making that choice. Two of Swords. Definitely this reading is about choice. What is it that you want to do? Not feeling stuck. What are those things that can happen? Trust in divine detour. So maybe this is sort of a detour for you, and that it catches you by surprise, and somebody reaches out to you and you weren't expecting that, and you're like, oh, I thought that was over, but that's a divine detour for you to push you or edge you or nudge you into a different direction of what you weren't expecting. I feel like that's what life is those unexpected, those surprises, you know, and you're like, oh, I wasn't even expecting that to happen. But seeing where it goes and watching and waiting and not immediately reacting. Maybe it's about watching and waiting for that. You know, is it someone that you want to have back into your life? Is that what you want to manifest? Is it, you know, focusing on that person? But it's also like putting that energy out there, and it's also, what are those actions that you can take to make that happen? Is it a friendship? Is it a friendship that you lost and you were always like, oh, I always wondered what happened to that person? You know, make that choice. Okay, I'm putting that out in the universe that I want to reconnect with my friend from the past. And then what are those things that you can do to reach out? Are there people that know that person? Can you reach out directly to that person? As I've said before, I feel like it's putting that energy out in the universe, but it's also about taking those actions to make it happen, and not just putting it on other people or the universe or other things to make it happen. What are those things that you can do? Like I said before, if it's somebody that contacts you, before you know, watch and wait and decide what it is that you want to do. Two of Swords is about looking at everything from two sides, both perspectives, getting all the information, not ready to make a choice because there are more things that you need to learn, and maybe that's about this relationship. We have the World, which is success and victory and feeling happy. And feeling happy that you didn't maybe rush into anything, that you were watching and waiting, feeling happy that maybe you made that choice to reconnect with this person or reach out to a person, and learning from the situation. Connecting with that inner self. What is your inner voice saying? Activating your intuition. Being more aware of that, and then having that in your choice. You know what I mean? Like if you have that gut feeling, you know, was it you were always trying to ignore that before, but now is it making that choice to really listen to that and to act on that? Learning from that. It takes time to tune into that, but and I'm still learning that too, but it's pretty cool when you do the things that happen. So maybe that's what this is just getting into that routine of manifesting, writing those things down, imagining yourself in that energy, making things happen. Are there relationships that you want to connect with, reconnect with? Are there relationships that are coming back in? And maybe it's time to take a second look at that. But that's all up to you. You have to do what works for you. And do you want to manifest them back into your life? This relationship, I feel like, with the Lovers. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.